Something big just happened. I think Cody just...
Fallon Taylor.
Little lady with a great challenge in front of her. This is Flo.
BABYFLO. She wins the world championship. And the winner's circle for that cowgirl.
In the victory lap, Ellen Taylor will win.
She's riding a new horse, a young horse, out of her champion Flo.
She has absolutely been unstoppable.
What's up, Flomies? Welcome back to my channel. You guys, this is a really important vlog. So important, I'm already tongue-tied. This is really, really exciting. I want you guys to stay to the end to see some of the biggest things happen in Cody's career and mine as like mentor, coach, friend vibes for the very end of this vlog. I can't wait for you to see it. So we are gonna go to Socorro, New Mexico. Now, typically I wouldn't hit this rodeo. I've never been to this rodeo before, but a few things about Socorro, New Mexico. It's one of the most beautiful facilities I've ever been to with some of the most hospitable people ever. It's absolutely gorgeous, nestled in between some mountains. The arena is beautiful. The ground is absolutely ideal. So they have 3 pro rodeos in a row, one after another, 3 separate days, which means that we get to run all 3 days and get to season our colts a little bit more, have a little bit more time and experience in these arenas, which is super rare for us. So we're excited to take you with us to Socorro, New Mexico. Let's go. Okay, so we actually get to go in and practice. I'm gonna make a little practice run. Cody's gonna go through a little bit slow. Also, there's a banner behind the second barrel that Cody's gonna look at that's got a lady's face on it, and the lady's name is Gail. And so her whole focus is gonna be like, run to Gail. So, Flowbot feels really great. Poppy, of course, is having a great time. So we're gonna give Flowbot a little bit more of a chance on this trip and see if we can win a check. Now, my big goal for this weekend is to have 3 of our horses win a check in one weekend. So that would be really cool. Also, Cody's big goal, of course, is to fill her permit once and for all and get it done. So let's see if we can make that happen. Okay, so run 1, here we go. Flowbot, it's morning slack, so it's really bright. And you know, I don't run Flowbot as much as all the other horses because I'm just trying to let him kind of settle down in between runs, have some time with Kelsey, get really like kind of slowed down, a little bit more trusting of us. So running in here is a little bit nerve-wracking because he's so much horse for me. So let's rock and roll and see how he does.
Now we'll go to Dallas, Texas. Fallon Taylor. 17-6-4.
Well, I ran a 17.6. I couldn't be more happy with that run. I think I'm gonna get bumped out of a check on this run, but I'm excited to come back for tomorrow for another stab at it because I think he's only gonna get better. But now it's Cody's turn.
and 6-9, 17-6-9. Smooth little run for Cody Harmon. Plano, Texas, great job. Puts her in the 4th spot.
Nice, Co.
Smooth little run for Cody Harmon. Plano, Texas, great job.
Nice, Co. We are in Socorro, New Mexico, and we're here for 3 days. The goal was to run Flowbot. Hey, stay here 3 days so Cody has a really great opportunity to fill her card, and then for me to run Flowbot and get a lot more confidence. You may notice that I'm wearing a giant like Nelly flavored Band-Aid across my forehead. It's because we had a little setback incident, me and Flowbot, in the middle of my confidence journey. He set back and the snap hit me in between the eyeballs, which I'm very fortunate that it did not hit my eyeball or knock out my teeth or anything else.
Can you show the picture?
Yeah, show the picture. There's blood everywhere.
But you know, heads, if just the smallest bit just rains down.
And so I was going to get him out of the trailer. Anyway, I put my hand up like this and didn't realize, like, and then my hand was full of blood. I got blood on my Vans. It looked like Halloween.
And your shirt.
It was really bad. Anyway, so the day before that, or like 2 days before, this sweet little angel girl, Mojo beat her up in the trailer. So we're out here with our game ready, trying to do full, like, the BABYFLO Spa Southern Kelsey Rehab Center moment out by the trailer. So that's what we're doing. So we have game ready, full of ice, and Cody what did you do in high school?
Athletic training.
So she knows how to operate all my stuff. And then we got this red light, small leg one for BABYFLO. We have so much equipment for BABYFLO's injury that it's like an excessive amount. Like, don't spend 10 grand on getting all these little devices. But when we're away from home, and the fact that we already bought it for BABYFLO, because I would spare zero expense for BABYFLO, which means that the down trickle of that is that all the other horses have the best stuff in the world. So we have a little miniature red light therapy thing that we can put on her leg after we treat her with ice and stuff. Cody, how was your run?
It was great. Best run on a standard I've ever made, besides that one at NRS that one time, which I feel like was more of like a fluke run where I just happened to get everything right. But now it was like I actually ran that on purpose. I strategically did everything today.
Conscientious riding.
Not just like, whoa, I happened to turn 3 barrels really good.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
17.6 on a standard. Placing 9th currently. But hey.
We kind of, there's no easy rodeos, okay? So let me start by saying that. But we kind of thought, oh, there's not a lot of money added. We're kind of out here in the middle of nowhere, whatever. But this is one of the toughest circuits in the country. So it's one of the toughest barrel races, even though the added money is not a ton. But you can't beat it. It's like jackpot environment, covered arena. The ground is perfect. It's a standard pattern, stalls available, parking's perfect, warm-up is perfect, like everything's perfect. So it was a spot, and we've got to go to 2 more tour rodeos in Idaho and Montana, which this is on the way from home. So we're gonna do it. Okay, see, I don't know if you can see that mouth thing, but that's a BABYFLO genetic thing. But like that.
Yanni.
Yeah, we call it growlings. BABYFLO right before she would run with growlings.
See growls now.
Yeah. So our plan is we're gonna rodeo very hard for the next, we have 29 days. Whoa. So we're gonna be rodeoing very hard for 29 days. So there's no telling where you might see us. Just take a map and let a small toddler with a crayon. That's where we're going.
That's it.
That's who plans our trip. So.
Oh, how was your run?
Oh. It was really, really good. I'm winning 7th. And again, may or may not get a check, who knows. Steamboat Springs was terrible. I smashed 2 barrels, but in that was this big lesson of like, he needed me to let him run a little bit harder. Today I took that I went like extreme and ran him. I let him run really hard, and then I got very nervous to grab a hold of him because he's got a lot of fight in him. So that's what we're working through at home, is that when I take a hold of him, that it's not a big deal. So when I grabbed a hold of him in the alley and then let him take off, he like kind of picked the right spots. And so I just let him turn. So it was sloppy. However, didn't smash 2 barrels. I have more confidence. But the GoPro footage should make everyone laugh.
That was fast. I don't want to go that fast. I don't want to go that fast ever again.
Because I spurred him across the timer line just to make sure he didn't get short over the next 3 days. I guess forgetting what horse I was on. Everyone should spur across the timer line to make sure your horse doesn't get short. Even on a horse like Hush Money that doesn't have the greatest stop in the world, you should do that just because your horses are just going to get shorter and shorter. But I just kept telling the gate guy, like, it was too fast.
It was very short, so tomorrow.
Yeah.
Gun for the gate.
Yeah. But I mean, they tried. The gate says whoa on it, as if that helps. If Flowbot could read, you know?
I think Mojo could read because he was like, I'm a duck.
He was like,
I'm
no.
"Ah, no, I didn't see it coming.
And in the daylight, so we're in the slack here, two of the rodeos. There's 3 rodeos, 3 separate rodeos. It's not a 3-day rodeo. It's a 3 separate day rodeo, which is uncommon. And so because it's a 3 separate day rodeo, we drew slack today, slack tomorrow, perf the 3rd night. And so with the daylight, you know, there's sunlight coming in. I think Mojo just couldn't find that hole, and it looks like, I don't know, it doesn't look like an alleyway. So he ducked off. Half the horses ducked off today. So has that. Also, do you want to explain why we're always baffled by the question, will you be here tomorrow, when we're at a rodeo?
Oh yeah, because it never is like that, because you can only run one time. But there was a lady that came up, there's like, will you run tomorrow? And I'm like, yes, but this is
a unique situation.
Yeah.
So typically, like, we're in and out of your town. So when people ask us, like, oh, you're going to be there tomorrow, we're like, no. And then we realize, like, people don't know how it.
One time, one horse. That's
out.
all you get.
Yeah, that's all you get. So then what you do is it's super nerve-wracking. You know, if you go to a jackpot or a play day or something or whatever, it starts and finishes the same day. Even with raining, like, starts and finishes the same day. Sometimes there's a lot of entries at some horse shows or other events where they would carry over until the next day. But rodeo is almost never that way. So we may be gone from a rodeo. Let's just use Reno, for instance. 10 days later, I'm still checking to see how my placing was in the first run. So,
like Veneta, I left there 3rd.
Yeah.
And I ended up 13th.
Yeah.
Because I had to survive 4 performances.
And when I come home, or when I call home, it's typically like that, where I'm calling home going, okay, I'm winning XYZ, or Cody's winning XYZ, but we're not going to get a check. Or, you know, whatever. We always know that the gap from first to last is typically about 0.4 of a second. So that's about it. Anyway, that's rodeo, rehab, and trivia with Cody and Fallon. All right, it's time for day 2 runs on Flowbot. I'm feeling a lot better. I still have a big goal of winning a check on 2 of the colts that I'm going to run, and Cody running Mojo. So I have a lofty goal of Mojo, Flowbot, and Hush Money winning a check. So I'm going to go in there and try a little bit harder to allow him to run a little bit more free. I'm going to try to get my timing to be a little bit better, a little sharper. So we'll see how it goes.
New leaders, 1766, 17 and 66 for Fallon.
All right, well, that run was definitely faster. It wasn't necessarily better, but it was faster. I came out with a 17.6 and I won some money. So now it's Cody's time to go in and try to win a check. All right, Cody didn't make it all the way to Gale. She hit the second barrel going in, but I know that this next rodeo is going to be just the one to give her everything she needs to not only win a check on Mojo, but win enough to fill her permit. So get ready for day 3. I think that that's it for Flowbot for this rodeo. I really want to get on Hush Money because she has not been ridden in a couple of weeks and she is a wild child. So let's go turn her out and give her some relaxation and some play, and then we'll run her for day 3. All right, day 3, it's time for Hush Money and us to see what we've got going on. Also, this is our last chance in Socorro, New Mexico for all of these horses to win a check, which is my big goal, and of course, Cody to fill her permit. So let's see how it goes.
Thank you.
For her first NFL, 13 years old. She's a professional athlete and a motivational speaker. And in 2014, she was the world champion. This is Fallon Taylor. Come on, let's go. 7 times she's been in the international final. Come on, Socorro. This is Fallon Taylor.
Okay, Hush Money got a check down at the bottom. I'm super excited. I accidentally ran all the way to Gail. I guess we've just been talking about it a lot. I sent her a little bit too hard. She's a little fresh, but the run was amazing. I felt really great about it. And of course, Hush Money tries so hard every single time. But now it's Cody's last chance at Socorro, New Mexico to fill her permit. Nice, Co. Look where you're going. Look where you're going. Look where you're going. Kick. Look where you're going. Good job.
One of the best. Cody Harmon on the stage, coming out. From Plano, just north of Dallas, California. Return to the 3. Come on, let's go. 17-5-1.
Beautiful.
17-5-1.
Woo! Yeah, Co. Great job. I'm so proud of you.
Something big just happened. I think Cody just filled her card.
Yeah, we think. Unconfirmed.
How much money did you need?
$178.
And I think fourth pays $181. Fifth pays $181. I
By
split.
the hair of my chin.
I split 6th and 7th last night, and won $131.
Yeah, there were turnouts, but that didn't matter for money in the pot, right?
As long as they're turnouts and not releases.
Yeah.
Anyway, regardless, she ran a 17.5 on a Sandy. Okay, I ran a 17.6. So I'm right behind her, and she filled her card tonight. I think.
We saw it since day one.
Yes.
The first rodeo I ever went to is on YouTube.
Woo!
To this moment now.
Woo! What do you think about Cody filling her permit?
That's the greatest thing we've seen this trip.
This whole trip.
This has been great.
And all 3 horses want a check.
All 3 horses wanted it. Wow,
I know, isn't that cool?
that's cool. Congratulations, Cody.
Woohoo! Poppy got us a fruit cup upstairs, which he had to wait for over an hour to get for us, so we're very excited. All right, so we have the news. Cody did fill her permit completely. We weren't 100% sure, but now we're 100% sure. She filled her permit. We're super excited about that. That's what the whole year was about, was winning checks on all these colts, getting them a lot more solid, giving Hush Money the kind of lead in the trailer to see if she could be a #1 horse, and she proved that time and time again. So we got all of our goals accomplished, and we couldn't be more excited right now. So I hope that this gives you inspiration to know that no matter what you go after, there's going to be so many failures along the way, and so many places where you want to give up, and also so many places where if you just give it just a little bit more and you drive just a little bit harder, you'll actually end up finding at the end not only the character and the strength and the tenacity it takes to accomplish these goals, but actually to get it done. So I hope you guys love this vlog. I hope it inspires you so much to do so many big things in your own life, because you'll be this close to wanting to give up, and then you'll have your breakthrough. Trust me. All right, if you guys are not already subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Ding the notification bell so you can be the first one to see the very next vlog, because we have more goals coming up. So we're really excited to keep you included. As always, don't forget to count your blessings, drink your protein, and say thank you to Jesus. See you next time.